You see some sort of resemblance, folks? A smile? It's my smile because I'm back here at Geneva College and they had a wonderful win. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. But before we do that, high school football, you and I are reminiscing a little bit about how much we love it. Friday Night Lights. Trey Marshall happens to be a tremendous football player here, went to Quaker Valley. How about this game I'm reading about in the Beaver County Times? You got Quaker Valley averaging 45.1. Those guys at the Times are crazy about their statistics. That's why they're the pros. But just say around 45 points a game. And you've got a defense, Mike Smianik, that's not giving up an offensive touchdown.
No.
This is the battle of the century. But talk about the significance of what these two teams have done, Gino.
Well, I mean, for Quaker Valley, they have had this history of spurts in their program where they've had some pretty good teams. And then you have Aliquippa, who's had a history of nothing but great teams. So, I mean, something's going to give. And I think that's what's intriguing about this game. And it's high school football, and it's so great.
Great drama.
And the kids are great. The Aliquippa kids are tremendous. The kids at Quaker Valley are tremendous. I mean, I think it's great for high school football.
And not to mention the ways that I love Mike Smianik. He was a lit teacher, as in literature.
Yes.
He is highly intelligent, and he obviously shows it when he's a coach on the football field. Great motivator, good friend. That's a great game, folks. So make sure Beaver Allegheny County Times, you check out everything that's happening. It's another week of high school football. But this is the time of year, as I was rolling in here tonight, Beaver Falls on the practice field. You can feel that autumn air, leaves starting to change. There's nothing like College Hill.
No, not Western Pennsylvania in the fall is pretty special.
You were saying how you could actually remember, and still to this day, your days playing for Coach Matrazzo and New Brighton, everything that surrounded Friday night.
Everything. Still remember it. I honestly, I think if you really talk to any kid that played football, they're going to remember. And the one thing that happens though, Rob, in college is it seems because you're at a different part of your life, different time of your life, the relationships that you establish in college tend to last longer. And however, now what I'm finding is getting older.
Yeah.
My high school buddies, and that means so much to me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? That's what growing old is all about.
Yeah.
To cherish those memories, you know? All right, here we go. Golden Tornadoes earned their first home victory thanks to a big third quarter, leading 21-14 at half. I have to do this because I put the work in, so let me read it. Okay. The GTs ensured a victory with two more trips to the end zone with a 35-14 final. So what got the engine going in the third? Was it a halftime speech, Mr. Lombardi?
No, it wasn't Mr. Lombardi.
You're good at that.
And it wasn't even Mr. Rockney. Newt didn't show up. We just basically said, got with the seniors.
Right.
Said, men, this is your legacy. What do you want to do here? And they went and talked to a couple of young lads that we had and made a couple adjustments. And there was no fire brimstone in halftime.
Here's what I liked as far as statistics, what little I know about statistics, but Trey Marshall, 170 yards. He's Trey Marshall, okay? But overall, 367 yards on 62 carries as a whole, a team. Very impressive.
Well, we're a triple option thing.
Right.
So that's what we do. I mean,
Dish it out.
if we're not having those kinds of yards, then it's not going to be a happy conversation about last week's game.
A couple of other guys, Nick Bonaleone and Colin Kendrick. Tell me about those guys who both scored in the third.
We call those guys our A-backs, and they do a lot of dirty work, like they'll block, okay, they'll catch some passes, and they get to, occasionally, they'll get the pitch on the triple option, and when they do, it usually ends up being a big play. It's a very, very tough position to play. And we've got 4 kids at that position. We feel real good about those 2 kids are just solid.
The offense, where you want it to be? Never.
No, never.
That's
It's
okay.
this relentless pursuit of I can't use the tagline because Lexus took it, but this relentless pursuit of reaching a standard that
You can say
we'll never achieve.
You can say excellence because we'll never achieve driving a Lexus, but that's okay. That's okay. You can dare to dream. Okay, defense buckled down after the first drive.
Oh, yeah,
Literally, after that first drive, it was a different ballgame for the defense. I saw
we
that
did.
quote. And
No, exactly. They buckled down, but I mean, we got ripped in the first drive. We really did. And our defensive coaches, I thought, did a really good job of making adjustments. And I think after being off a week, I think the kids just said, wow, that was tough. We just got smacked in the mouth. Maybe we better wake up.
Saturday at Carnegie Mellon, they lost for the first time this year to W&J 27-20. W&J ranked 16th PAC President Athletic Conference. Carnegie Mellon outgained them 381 to 361. I'm just kind of preparing you for some things to possibly come. Hopefully not, but it's going to be a challenge. Junior quarterback Alex Klein from Dublin, Ohio, threw for a career-high 40 passes while connecting on 22 for 268 yards. Two scores. John Pratte, 7 catches, 116 yards, and Sam Benger, 18 carries for 96 yards. Geneva now 3-2 and 2-1 in the PAC. You kick off there at 1. They're a good football team.
Yeah, they have it all. Rich Lackner is, I think this is Richie's 32nd year. He and I have been friends for a long, long time. Actually, after my graduate assistant stint at West Virginia, he had a job opening. He was just starting as the head coach. And I went up there and talked to him because those guys would come down to West Virginia all the time. We ran the same defense. And he hired a guy named Terry Bodner, who is still his defensive coordinator.
Wow.
So
how many years has he been there?
He's probably 32.
That's incredible.
I mean, 32.
Give or take a few.
Give or take a few, but it goes back to when we're talking about Carnegie Mellon and the kind of team that he has.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got Benger's a first-team All-American. I mean, the kid's legit. The quarterback can throw the ball. The receiver is now the all-time leading receiver at CMU. And they got a defense that they never put themselves out of position. And a punter and a kicker that probably the best in the league.
All right, now.
We got them right where we want them.
On a hometown note, only because I feel the need we have to do this. I got schooled by a young lady by the name of Tricia Gray. Wonderful young lady, graduated from Aliquippa, but she lives in New Brighton with a wonderful young man who has the last name Schwartzel. You remember that young man?
Yes.
Bruce, well, his name is Roddy.
Yes.
She works at Jimmy K's, Jimmy Klein's, where they have great food, Steeler Sundays, everybody loves it. So I decided to go over just to try to watch a little of our hometown hero, Terry Francona. Okay? And who? So we kind of, she's a Yankees fan, and you've kind of experienced that too.
That can't happen.
No, it can't.
I had a young man from New Brighton sitting in my business class.
Right.
The day after the loss.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
With a Yankees shirt on. And I said, do you know what you're doing? And he didn't care that the manager for the Indians was a New Brighton.
Listen, so please school her and the rest of the audience who may be that age, which we all wish we were. You got a couple of minutes. The legacy and the legend, and I wish Dr. Lambert was here to seal the deal. But he was good at everything, a natural.
Everything.
Could he have been great at football, do you think?
Oh, I think he would have been great. His dad was tremendous in football.
Right.
I mean,
wasn't he a quarterback?
They won the WPIL in 50 and 51.
Right.
That
Ray
team.
Tannehill.
But I think he was a natural at everything. Golf, he won the tournament. Basketball, he set a scoring record. He did one of the sweetest jump shots, and then there was nobody that had a better swing. I just had the privilege of being a sophomore, and when he was on second base, and FaZe would let me go in and pitch run for him, just so he wouldn't get hurt.
Tad McAwicki.
Not because I was fast.
Tad McAwicki basically says the whole idea when Terry decided to play basketball, the coach said, whatever you do, get the ball to Francona. No,
Yeah.
but from what Tad used to tell me, and I don't remember because I'm old, but he was a pretty good basketball player.
He was really a good basketball player. He's a tremendous manager, and I feel, I mean, those of us that are close with him, just hurt because
it was a tough night.
It was a tough night. I mean, and the Yankees, I'm not a Yankees fan.
No, well, I am, but not last night. But here's what I want you to do, Terry. You come back and we'll get you some chili dogs. Gino's picking up the tab at the Brighton Hot Dog Shop.
And we'll have one of those cups with him and his dad's picture on it.
Now you know you've made it when that's happening.
You do.
But I'll be happy with this little eating part, the place.
You know what, Rob? We got to get you on the cover of the new Brighton Hot Dog.
Can I tell you something though? Do you know how much I love Terry Francona though?
Yeah.
I'm looking at him on television, and I want everyone to know what he has done as a manager. I mean, he's Hall of Fame material.
Oh, Hall of Fame. He wins in Cleveland, and he's going to win a World Series there. You know, last year was heartbreaking. He's going to win a World Series there. He's going to go down as one of the top 10 managers in the history of baseball. You know,
No doubt.
his grandfather used to be the pastor at our church.
Really?
Yeah, just what a great family. And
I'll tell you
we
who
heard
never
from
gets
him.
enough credit, though, in that Francona family. His cousin, Danny, who was a great catcher.
Great catcher. Danny had the best corner shot and actually had the scoring record for points in basketball in New Brighton until somebody, I think, might have been a kid by the name of Jai Hill, broke it.
By the way, Francona pasta sauce in Cleveland for great charity. Final story, Sam McKinney, Brighton hot dog shop manager. Tito comes in all the time for a little delicious food for he and his lovely bride. A Nemasac, I might add, okay? Young lady says, waitress, who is that guy? He said, it's Joe DiMaggio. So every time she sees him, look, Joe DiMaggio's here.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, have a great rest of your night. We're back in a couple of minutes talking Steelers football here at Geneva College. Stay with us.